How are you guys doing? Today has been a hopeful day. It was turning all around. There's a lot of hope and a lot of goodness. The weekends always seem to be that way unless I get ditched, which I ended up doing anyway. And it was all bogus. And the first time I was honest and real with myself, I get shit on. But that's normal. That good behavior is never rewarded, always bad. Remember that. Anyway, people are not always what you see. And when you listen to other people and you have past traumatic stress and people know how to play your buttons or say things to you to grind your gears or hurt your heart, because people that love you know how to hurt you because they know the most about you. And I know that I knew Miss Wilson the most than anybody else. Nobody, I kept her away from everyone else. No one else knew anything about her. I honestly don't think she was ever a prostitute or ever cheated on me or ever did any of that. I don't know why she would ever say all that to me rather than to try to let me down easy or to get me to move away or whatever it was. I think it was bogus. And I think that a lot of people played into it and a lot of people expected me to react in a certain way. Today I was told to, she was around, and I realize now that, like, I can't believe what everybody else is saying. I can only believe what I know, and I am the only one that knows her. So don't believe anybody, anything about anyone, because you know who you are and who they are. So never second guess that. And don't let people persuade you to do things that you don't want to do only because they are losing control. Drug addicts love control. They want to have control all the time, or they portray that you are trying to have control all the time. The biggest thing is not to have any control. Just let go of the reins and just do everything that you can do to support that person. And do listen to them when they say they want you to be honest, they want you to talk nice to them. Try to do that. Try every avenue and try to make things work, because it's worth it most of the time. Anyway, today I thought while she was on the phone talking to her mom, I would take the dogs home because they just don't ever stop moving around at night and they wake me up all night. So I bring the dogs home. One dog gets away. I get the other dog home. I walk to the grocery store to get a bag of chips to go to find the other dog and go home. Right? So I get home and the other dog's sitting inside the house, almost as if Tank and the other two dogs ran straight to her. So she went over to her friend's house somewhere really close over here in the neighborhood, didn't say anything, took a break, whatever. And I was just moving the dogs back. And then another girl around here was, chasing me around, and she slept with some of my family members, and I just don't deal with that. You know what I mean? It's just done. And I told her that I was going slowly and just taking my time and being respectful towards everybody's feelings and giving this girl a real chance, Miss Wilson, because she's been around for a while and I know the truth. Otherwise, I wouldn't still be here. And everybody likes to say what they're saying, but everybody likes to know what's really going on, and only I do. You know what I mean? And I'm just gonna try to do the right thing. And I was just seeing if she cared, and I figured out she did, but it was too late because as I was walking by the girl's death and she couldn't read my lips and she was asking me what the deal was, and I said, "Look, my friend's gone. I don't know where he is." I tried to give her a cigarette, told her I'm sorry I couldn't come over. I have a girlfriend that, has boundary issues and I didn't want to disrespect her, so I stopped going over there, and we used to be friends. She used to cook me dinner and we used to just talk. Meanwhile, she can go and hang out with dudes whenever she wants. So it's like, it's never 50-50. You know what I mean? And when she drove by, I said, pick me up at the bar. She just kept driving. And I was like, well, there goes my opportunity to be real honest and keep it real. For the first time in my life, I'm going to be honest and real and do everything she asked me to do. And that's what I get is Saturday night alone. I choose to be alone because I'm so tired of the same shit. The reason why I met this girl and I fell in love with this girl is for the first time in my life, she told me to be safe and she cared about me not going to jail. Like other girls will hit me up and then they'll ask for, drugs or whatever. The worst thing you could do is ask me that, because I'm trying to get sober. This isn't a joke. You know what I mean? And everybody treats it like it's a joke. And that's why it's very serious. She's talking about coming home. I embraced it. I said, great, quit your job, come home and do it. She just doesn't believe that I was faithful the entire time. And I really was. And I just am. It's just the way I am. Just after Bree, after my first marriage, I just never fucked around again because it hurt so bad. I actually write about it, and I'll never go through that feeling, and I never want anybody to go through that feeling ever. So she tells me we're just friends, to do whatever you want. It's Saturday night. What do I want to do? I want to lay down and go to bed and watch a movie and cuddle, And I could have did that if I would have just been here when she came back and not been moving around and just going for a cigarette and taking a cool down and walking around outside. Because I can't walk around outside because I got too much publicity and everybody knows what's going on. And it's like everybody's so involved in the drama. It's getting to the point where it's like I got to move away. And that's where I'm at. I just wanted to say, never give up hope. And even if someone says they're hopeless and there is nothing left and that they're garbage and they don't believe in themselves, there's always hope. And some things aren't always as what they appear, just like my story here. Miss Wellston is not doing anything but working and not giving a fuck about anything but that. And that's okay. That's fine. I'm at home working on my nonprofit and my stuff. I got my things done. I just wish you would start to realize that there are some good people out in the world. And unbelievably that I went to prison for 8 years and changed my life and all that I'm actually a kind of good dude. I keep it real with you guys because I want you guys to know that when you're dealing with a bunch of recovery, everyone around you will do everything to take that away from you and keep you in the ball game, because it's one more person, one more connection, one more place they can go to get their fix or get whatever they need out of you. Never forget that you can do it alone, but it's a lot easier to do it with somebody else. But when you're doing it with somebody else, communicate as much as you can, because you're both going through a big change. She just needed a minute away. I just needed a minute for a cigarette. Nobody did anything wrong. Even though it looked horrible, it was not as it seemed. Things are not as it seems. And that's what I have to say today was embracing reality as a whole. I did. There is no sex trafficking bullshit going on. There's just some guy a boss trying to overtake his power and, make ends meet to make a girl feel uncomfortable and play mind games. And then she comes down here and gets played a little bit more mind games. But I think I'm getting played mind games. So everybody's playing mind games and nobody's really worried about the big picture, which is trying to help each other be better humans. And that's what sucks, is when you do the right thing, it normally bites you in the ass. And when you do the wrong thing, it seems to always work out. I don't know. For the first time, I tried being honest and real and a man. And I don't know. Reality is fun, and it's nice to embrace it. And you are a product of your environment and the people around you to have a great impression on your day-to-day life. So remember, you are who you fly with. And remember, some things you have to wait for, like gold. You got to go find it. Anyway, life is good. And remember, you're not alone out there, even though I'm alone all the time, which sucks. But everybody likes to see me squirm, and misery loves company, and bad goes a lot further than good. I want you to keep it classy, North Dakota, because morals and ethics and values are real, us up here in the North. But we do get bored, and we do like to play games, and we like to hurt each other. But it's all in our head. And reality is what you make it. I don't know. Relationships are like a mirror. She says we're just friends. I don't know what she is. I think I am just going to worry about myself and my book and keep my boundaries up and try to be a good friend at this point, I guess, and take it slow and not just open the door to the first person that wants to do anything with me. You know, most of the chicks that reach out to me, they're not asking me who I am. They're asking me what I can get for them. And that's what sucks in the real world.